Hello, this is SJ Talks. You guys like my glasses? I got new glasses. You like my glasses? I think I look so cute in them. I look so cute. Those other ones, they were starting to look kind of plainish after a while. I figured I'd try something different, because I always go with the black frames, because I figured I'd try something different. And those were kind of clear on the bottom. And after a while, they started looking kind of plain. So, how do you guys like them? Cute? Uh, I look, I can see clearly and everything. I love getting new glasses. uh, I got to get the bifocal line because I'm blind. I'm nearsighted and farsighted. I'm both, so I have to get the bifocal. If you see the bifocal line in there, so when I read, I can see. I can see when I read. I'm gonna have to take off my glasses. So yeah, that's all right. YouTuber by the name of Lorenzo Reed did a video. Are you are you wife material? I like his content, black man. I like his content. He's just has some interesting topics and stuff. But he's a fairly small YouTuber, um, but he has some interesting topics. And one of his topics was, "Are you wife material?" And I think I did a top. I don't know. I've done so many videos. Can't keep a track of them all. I think I did do a video of that title. Are you wife material? And I put in this comment section, no, I'm not. I know I'm not wife material. I used to be. I didn't get a chance to look at the whole video, but yeah, that's when men like to they like to ask women that question. Ladies, are you wife material? Am I wife material? No, I'm not. I'm not wife material. The answer to his question, I'm not wife material. I used to be. When I was younger, I would have made an amazing wife. I would have jumped through all the hoops, bending over backwards, because I played. I did the wifey role in my relationships. Uh, I did wifey things in my relationships. Cooking and all that kind of stuff. You know how that goes. I used to love cooking for my man. Enjoy cooking for my man. I used to love doing that. I took pride in that. I love cooking for my man, and I love cooking. I love cooking for my sons. I still do when I feel like it. There was a time when I would have made an amazing wife. I would have been an amazing wife. I'm a good cook, good cleaner. I like to think I'm a good cleaner. Um, I would have yeah, I like to think I was all right in the bedroom. Yeah, not younger and more energy, more flexibility. Yeah, when I was younger, I wasn't broke down. When I was in good shape physically. Yeah, I was good there. I was good in that department. Amongst other things I won't mention. But now, and I was more open minded and more um, uh, my mindset was different, because I, was bought into that whole wifey thing of thinking that this is what I'm supposed to be, or this is what I'm supposed to do, is be somebody's wife and get married, and especially after I had kids, I wanted that whole family thing, and so I bought into that. I bought into that whole thing and stuff like that, and and I bought into that at that time. But now, um, you know, in you know, trying to um, uh, think about what is required to be a good wife, and trying to measure up to what I thought would be a good wife at the time. This in case, I did get married at that time, which I didn't. All those good things. Younger, and more open to getting married, wanting to get married, having that desire to get married, having that desire to be a good wife, and open to it, you know. But now it's a different story. Now it's a totally different story. I don't no longer have a desire. I did another video stating the reasons why I didn't desire to get married at this stage in my life. I'll see if I can link that video up to this one. But at this stage in my life, no, I'm not wife material. I'm not. And that's, I'm not saying that, in shame. I'm not saying that in shame, and nor am I saying it with pride. But at the same time, I don't feel bad about saying it. But I'm just keeping it 100. I'm not wife material. Yeah, and back then I was open to love too. I was open for love, and willing to do what it takes spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and physically to be a wife. I was ready, willing, and able to do all that when I was younger. Was willing to put the emotional energy in, willing to put the physical energy in, willing to put the spiritual energy in to being a wife. And I probably, at one time, in my 20s and 30s, I probably would have been it over backwards trying to be a good wife. Because I've been it over backwards trying to be a good girlfriend. Doing wifely things that a lot of women tend to make the mistake to do. Giving boyfriends wifey benefits, that type of situation. So, because trying to audition, for being a wife, pretty much. And I was willing to put all that in. But now, I am not willing nor am I able to put all that into being a wife. I'm not willing, nor am I able to put in the emotional energy, the mental energy, the physical energy, the spiritual energy into being a wife. Okay? And I'm at a stage in my life where I'm set in my ways. And I guess that's one of the reasons why men do like younger women, like the guys around my age, in my age group, and older. They want to shoot for somebody 20 years younger or whatever the situation is, because younger women are more flexible. They know that older women are more settled. We're more set in our ways, and they know that. And they know that we're not going to bend. And see, there's lots of things that I'm not willing to do. And I'm up on the game. When you're young, you're naive, and you don't know a lot of things, and when you get to be, and then you have this image in your mind of what marriage should be when you're younger. When you're a young woman, you have this image in your mind of what marriage should be, more like a fantasy. And we all know that marriage is not a fantasy. And then when you get to be a certain age, you realize that, and you learn and you realize that marriage is not a fantasy. Because life is not a fantasy. And then you start to look at things more realistic. You start to be more realistic. At the stage in my life now where, I'm more realistic. I look at things for the way they are, and not for the way I want them to be or whatever. I'm more realistic, and that's another thing that I think happens when we get older, or at least In my case, I'm more realistic now. I'm more of a realist. People like to say that when a person is a realist, that they're negative. They like to associate it with negativity. And no, you're not being. It's not negative. It's just that you're being real. And I think people have a hard time accepting reality and the truth. A lot of people have a hard time accepting reality and accepting the truth, because there is a certain image painted about marriage, especially to women, because society wants to sell marriage to women and make women think that, okay, this is the thing that you should be doing. So society wants to sell marriage to women, and society want women to think that, marriage is a certain image. This is how marriage is. They want women to be caught up in that fantasy, that ideal, or that image of what marriage, the ideal part of marriage, or whatever, the fantasy part of it. Because if all women thought in realistic terms when it comes to marriage, or women of all ages, it'd be a whole lot of women not doing it, okay? Unless you're just willing to put in that work, like I said, when I was younger, I was willing and able to put in that work, the emotional and the physical and the spiritual energy, that it takes to halfway maintain a marriage. I'm not willing to do all that now. And I'm settled in my ways. I don't think that, because a lot of these men, they have requirements. And standards. A lot of them have standards and requirements. And most men, let's face facts, most men are misogynistic. Most majority of them are misogynistic. It's very, very rare to find a man that's not misogynistic. And a lot of men enter marriages thinking that women are supposed to do certain things. A lot of men get married because they expect for a wife to be to do certain things. And sure enough, in this video, he mentioned cooking and cleaning. Both people should be cooking and cleaning. It's cooking and cleaning. Like if a man was a bachelor and lived on his own, he would have to literally cook and clean, unless he ate out every night. But he'd still have to clean, unless he's gonna live like a pig. He would have to clean, and he would have to cook. But he wouldn't have to. But you know what I mean? I mean, those are basic life skills. Cooking and cleaning are basic life skills that men and women should know. Because when you're on your own, you have to do it if you want to eat. Unless you can afford to eat out every night, every day. Save money cooking at home. Making your own meals. So gender roles should not be assigned to cooking and cleaning. But lots of men enter marriages expecting women to be just that, a maid and cooking and cleaning. Men have lots of expectations going into marriage. Let's be realistic. They have lots of expectations. Oh, that's a good man. But that good man got some expectations. He got some expectations. Ain't no man gonna enter no marriage without no kind of expectations. Oh, no, I don't expect you to do nothing. Just, just be there. Come on now. Because even if he's rich and he can afford to hire a maid, and he can afford to hire a cook, he can afford to hire someone to clean the house, the mansion. He can afford to hire a cook. So that's covered. You got somebody to cook and clean. You don't have to do that. But that man's still gonna require you. You're gonna still have requirements. He's gonna be requiring you to do something. A man is not gonna enter a marriage without any requirements. You're gonna have to be extra in other areas. If you're not cooking and cleaning, you're gonna have to be extra in other areas. You're gonna have to do extra in other areas. Yeah, you're gonna have to go up and beyond and extra in other areas. Ain't no man entering no marriage without no expectations. And that's what I don't want at this stage of my life. I don't want a certain amount of expectations is already put on me as a mother and as a grandmother. Okay? So why would I want to enter a marriage at this stage in my life and have another set of expectations put on me? No, I don't. Marriage just doesn't sound desirable to me at this stage in my life. You know? And I'm set in my ways, and I've been single for so long to the point, like I say, I clean at my own pace. I clean at my own pace. I do things in my own time. I cook when I want. Like this week, I cooked a nice Sunday dinner. My son enjoys my cooking, so I had to let him know. He actually put in a request. He said he wanted me to make some chicken fried steak, and I put that on my community. I did a little video. That chicken fried steak I made. That was my son's per my son's request. And I like cooking for my son, but not all the time. I like a nice Sunday dinner. Sometimes, most of the time, but sometimes I may not feel like cooking it. Cracker Barrel, here I come. I had Cracker Barrel cook for me. They have amazing home cooked meals. Cracker Barrel has amazing home cooked meals, and so I like that now. I like just being able to do things on my own terms, cook when I want to cook. Not feeling like I got to get in that kitchen and cook, every day or whatever, or I'm required to do. I got to keep the house a certain way, and I can pace myself and take my time and do things when I want to do them. If I want to leave the clothes in the dryer for about 3 days, I can leave the clothes in the dryer for 3 days. And who gonna check me? Who gonna check me, boo? I leave the clothes in the dryer for 3 or 4 days. Who gonna check me, boo? I got a long flight of stairs to the washer and dryer. So sometimes I don't feel like going downstairs. And our sister be hurting. I leave them clothes in that dryer for 4 days. Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo? You know what I mean? Don't have to pick up after nobody. And then, of course, getting married over the age of 50, yeah, you might be dealing with some possibilities of having to be a caregiver as well. That's a possibility. I'm not willing to sign up for that. That's a possibility if you're a woman and you marry over 50. That's a possibility. You have to consider that as a possibility. So those are things I'm not willing to do. Because he say, aren't you going to cook dinner today? I might look at him like, is there something wrong with your hands? You know what? I'm hurting today, and I really don't feel like cooking. And I don't feel like cooking versus thus not messing up the dishes, because I like a clean kitchen. So I let Cracker Barrel cook for me, or some other restaurant cook for me. Yeah. And I gotta have my plastic utensils. Like one day I went to Culver's. I think was it Culver's? And they didn't give me my plastic utensils. I got home, I said, They didn't give me my plastic utensil because I needed something to eat my coleslaw. And so I had to go get my fork. I said, because that's when my dishes are nice and clean, I go get my takeout, and I want my plastic utensils. That way I don't have to dirty up any dishes. You see how that works? And thus my kitchen staying clean and my counters staying clean. I don't have to dirty up the counters. I don't have to dirty up the sink, dirty up any dishes. You know. You see how that works? So, you know, I like that. I like that. It's the little things, and it's the simple things like that I like. You know, that I enjoy. That I enjoy the fact that I don't have to cook on a particular day if I don't feel like it, or I can sit in front of the TV all day and watch YouTube and movies or whatever, and I don't have to jump up and go make somebody a sandwich or whatever, unless it's one of my grandkids, and I don't be trying to wait on them either if I don't have to. And so that's what I'm saying, you know. And my grandson be making demands. He be making demands. It's like a little man. He's like a little man. I'll be looking at him like, you think? I don't say it to him, but I'll be like, what you think you is, my little husband or something? I don't say it, but I be thinking, I'm like, making demands. How you making demands on me? I'm just at that stage of my life. I ain't trying to be at nobody's beck and call. The only person I'm trying to cook for is me and my mama. And my son. Sometimes. Okay. When I don't feel like it, he out of luck. He got a fiance. Look at my community tab. He just got engaged. He got a fiance. Let her cook for him. Mama like cooking for him sometime. But now he got a fiance. Let her do it. That's what she's signing up for. I like it. I just starting to really fully embrace singleness. I didn't think I would get here, but I'm glad that I'm here. Now that I'm here, I'm glad that I'm here. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm glad that I don't have that mindset where I feel like I gotta get married. You know? You know, I'm not wife material. And like I said, I'm not saying that. I'm not necessarily saying it with pride. Nor am I saying it with shame. But I don't feel bad about saying it. At the same time, I don't feel bad about saying it. It is what it is. Because at this stage in I don't care what these men think. I don't care what their opinion is of me. I don't care what they think. I don't care what you guys think. I don't. Well, you should want to get me. Should? Should is an interesting word. I hate it when people tell me what I should do, what I should want. And my male-centered friend, she ever sees my videos, she gonna be very pissed. But she don't look at YouTube. If she ever sees my videos, she like, hey, you run your mouth too much. I might use you for content. Her second husband just passed away, and the way she talking, she act like she want to get remarried, and she still can't wrap her mind around the fact why I don't want to get married. Because back, because I've been knowing her since I was in my 20s, and back then I wanted to marry. I said, well, people change. I tell anybody that knew me when I was in my 20s and 30s. Did you know we change every decade? Anybody that knew me in my 20s and 30s, I may look like the same person that you used to know, but I'm not the same person. I'm a different person, and I've evolved and I've changed. So I think she's having a hard time wrapping her mind around that, because we lost contact for many years, and but I met her when I was in my 20s. So of course I was in a different phase in my life and a different mindset, and she can't get her head out of the past. And I told her, well, I've changed. I'm not the same person. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that. She just can't wrap her mind around the fact that I don't want to. Why you don't want to get married? I don't. When you pray for a husband, I said, why am I praying for something I don't want? I used to pray for one, but God must have knew that one day I wasn't going to want it. So, you know, He knows better than we know ourselves. So, yeah. You know, women, you know, it's kind of sad that women have that mindset. You know, they're like, this is what women are supposed to be. Women are supposed to want marriage. Women are supposed to be married, and women are not supposed to be nothing. Women are supposed to just be. Women are supposed to just be happy, and content, protected, healthy, and safe. That's what women are supposed to be. Women aren't supposed to be mothers. Women are, let me put my air quotes up. Women are not supposed to be mothers. Women are not supposed to be wives. Women are just supposed to just be. Be happy. In whatever stage and lot in life that she's in. And be content. Healthy, secure, safe. That's what women are supposed to be. All right, hit me up. Hit that like button. Shoot that algorithm straight to the top. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Do you think that you're wife material? Hit me up in the comment section, ladies. What you think? All right. If you're content in your singleness, let me know that too. All right. You guys be blessed. I'll see you later.